Hey, what's up, fam? Thank y'all for tuning in once again. And as always, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. So every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Hey, I just came across a story. Well, actually, truth be told, heard about it a couple days ago. Didn't know if I wanted to talk about it. Didn't think it was important. But then I started seeing that it started gaining traction, especially in the YouTube community, with a few brothers making videos about it. And my take on it, well, let's get to the story. It's about, if you haven't heard, a young rapper named Latto put her used underwear on eBay, and it got like almost a bid for like almost $100,000. Now, I mean, just off the rip, I'm like, I'm thinking like, why would she do that? It seems kind of odd, kind of weird. But then again, maybe it's not, to tell you the truth, and I'll get into that here shortly. But as you look into the story, it says that she actually was responding to someone who was trolling her about two pictures she took. And I'm gonna get into this. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get to the story. Now, this is from the Daily Mail, and it reads, Latto comes out on top after she was called out online for re-wearing panties and then earned a nearly 100,000K bid for her underwear on eBay. It says the rapper Latto showed her critics this week after she was blasted on social media for allegedly re-wearing a pair of panties. First problem. I hate to say this, but this has got to be some of the most miserable times in the history of man. And I gotta blame social media. I blame the parents. I always blame the parents. Because if you ain't watching your kid and let your kid do baby petty stuff as they grow up, when they get adult, they're gonna be petted in. They're gonna do silly crap that don't make sense, and just gonna show. If you let your kids be miserable growing up, hell, they're gonna be miserable adults. That's why you gotta let your kids go outside and play. I mean, studies say kids should be outside playing 5-6 hours a day, but nowadays they only get like 5 or 6 minutes a day. Not dog it. There's something wrong with that. Let your kids go outside. Go outside, take over your neighborhoods. Me myself, now I'm blessed enough to live in houses, live in apartments sometimes, but kids was able to, if I didn't have a house, they can go to their grandparents' house, because their grandparents had houses in backyards they can go play in. But the thing is, and they played sports and activities outside. They played softball, so I made sure they was outside every day, for at least an hour, a couple hours or two or something per day. But y'all let y'all kids stay indoors, no sunlight, no sunshine, no fresh air, on the phone, playing video games. When I say on the phone, not talking, because the kids don't talk nowadays. All they do is text. No social interaction with people, not seeing what the rest of the world look like. Hell, probably don't even leave the house except to go to school. And they miserable as hell. And like I said, they grow up being miserable miscreants. Fix your children. Fix yourself to fix your children. But anyway, like I'm saying, we got to be so miserable to where we go online and talk about a person. She's a kid. Okay, she's 20. She's like half my age, nearly half my age, little bit above. But anyway, she's a kid, and regardless, she's or a young woman, whatever. And somebody out there who's like must be a multi-millionaire, had to be. The only thing I could think of must have been some undercover millionaire who burned their underwear after each use, I guess. Went online and said, and quote unquote blasted her. And where do you get these words from? Blasted. They got it. Anyway, blasted her for re-wearing a pair of panties. I don't know about y'all. I got a drawer full of boxers. Yeah, I wear them once a week or whatever. Throw them in the washing machine. When they're washed, we'll wear them the next time. You know what I'm saying? When the cycle comes back around, we'll wear them. That's just how it goes. Sometimes you might watch them and they might be there and you don't feel like digging through your drawer, just gonna pull out the first pair you see. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. You know, I mean, hell, I know I got boxes. I know I'm probably getting a little too personal, but I know I have boxes in my drawer that I have not worn. I don't know if it whether once or I haven't worn a lot, just because they're in the back of the drawer and just don't feel like digging. Don't feel like, you know, digging them out and, you know, and cycling them like they're day old fruit or something, you know. Just don't do it. That's just human nature. But y'all think just because somebody rap and on videos and on TV, they don't do the same thing. This world is weird, man. This world is sad. After the 24-year-old rapper was called out, she got the upper hand by putting a pair of used underwear up for auction on eBay, which netted a shocking bid of nearly $100,000. Though the site eventually took down the auction, the controversy. Now listen to this. Now this is what. Okay, now listen to this part of the story. And this is what, you know. Well, we'll go back to what I said. You got guys who have did videos about this story, and for some reason, they tried their best to talk bad about Miss Latto. Now, they try to spin the story like they don't know why she did that. Is she trying to gain attention? Is she low on? Is she short on money? You know, all this kind of stuff. They did what they could to try to dog red pill. I'm just gonna go to some red pill guys who tried to dog this young girl because she put used underwear on eBay. Now let's be for real. No, I don't listen to. Did she do a song with what's his name? Tita Boy. What's Tita Boy name? I can't remember his name. But like what's it called? Quarantine Thick or something like that. I think she did a song with, I think she did that song. Now I listen to that song. Okay. But I don't listen. I think she got a song called Big Energy or something, which amazingly somehow her songs, she's Grammy Award nominated. That's another thing. What's our world coming to when her or what's the girl called? Glorilla or Glorilla or Grillilla, whatever her name is. And she do songs about going to the let's call it the morning after clinic and like bragged about it. And these are the people that's nominated for Grammys now. Again, I don't know. This is a sad world we live in. And it's like it's only going to get worse. It got to make changes. But anyway, so they're here talking about the girl. Like I said, I don't listen to their music. I just, hear stories, read articles in passing about their music or whatever, and I just keep it moving. But when I listen to the videos from the brothers in the Red Pill community, first thing I'm thinking is, and I think this is what they try, I think it's what they go off of, just like any other preacher, just like any other left wing, right wing, anybody who brings you a story, they feel that they are your only source of news and that you're not going to research the story or the scriptures in the Bible or, the top news, like I said, the news story or what have you. I think because that's what most people do. That's what most people do. Like, I've had issues with people who have wanted to debate me about stuff in the scriptures, but when I come out with it, with what I saw, and what I see, and I try to show them, they get upset because, I just tell them, hey, show me where you saw that, and I'll show you exactly where I saw what I saw. And then we can debate, compare notes, and your interpretation, or you could be right. Let's just do it. And it rarely happens. It rarely happens. People rarely come at me with facts because they don't read themselves. They go by what the preachers say, or what mama, daddy, grandma, or grandpa say, or their friends say, or their husband say, or their wife, not by what they read themselves, or what they studied themselves. So I think that's what a lot of these guys with these videos on these channels, that's what they do too. They are betting on that you're not going to go and look this stuff up. So they'll put out the story, talk bad about this young girl because she put her underwear online, saying she must be broke, looking for clout, blah blah blah. But when you actually look at the story, you see that it is nothing like that. It is nothing like that. Then you start to think, all these guys, I mean, what is the motive behind what they say and how they say it? Because they're dog women, and I will say the same thing. There are a lot of women out there who put out stuff that degrade and dog men, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cynthia G. But you also got dudes that do the same thing to women, and I don't like it. So if you could just, I mean, my thing is, you gotta kill that, y'all. Well, let me get back to the story because I can rant and rave about that all freaking day. So it said the controversy started on Sunday when an account on Twitter called out the 24-year-old rapper and shared 2 photos of her wearing what appeared to be panties with the same leopard print pattern. Latto, who appeared on The Bachelor this week, oh, she's on The Bachelor? It's interesting, could be seen in 2 photos with her underwear peeked out over the top of her pants, though it wasn't clear if they were necessarily even the same pair of panties or just similar design. So, first thing I'm thinking, okay, let's go back. Thinking as a dad, I don't want my daughter to put something on, put some used underwear on the internet and sell them. Hell no, like for what? Because you know you're dealing with some fetish people and you're dealing with some crazy people. And there's some people who are stalkers. You know, there's some sick people out there that got these fetishes that you give them an inch, they will take a mile and will come out and try to find you. They will try to come out there and find you, may try to harm you, may try to kidnap you. You just never know. So I wouldn't even promote anything like this, first of all. But that's not the issue to my video. My video is about why people tripping about this in this society, but probably making such a big deal out of something that wasn't even that serious from the beginning. You feel me? Okay. Though it wasn't clear they were necessarily even the same pair of panties, same design. Can't afford new panties, quote unquote, read the confrontational post. Again, the miserable person. Latto's fans were up in arms and jumped into the replies to know that the underwear could have just been washed between uses. Right, like everybody does. The original poster replied to once account with flashing the same panties twice is crazy, suggesting that they thought Latto should have wasted her underwear after a single use. I mean, do they think Latto got some kind of communicable disease that she put them on? You know, she discharging or something, you know, them peed in the drawers and whatever the case, and need to throw them away just in case somebody else might accidentally try to wear them and they might get sick. I don't know. It's like I say, that part don't make sense to me. Latto joined in on the back and forth when she quote tweeted the original post, writing, "Oh no, it's the panic police." The rapper earned over 140,000 likes for her post and thousands of retweets compared to just under 10,000 likes for the original tweet. Amazing. That means there's about 10,000 other miserable people in the world who got nothing better to do but to laugh at somebody for wearing the same underwear. Amazing. Latto continued the discussion by giving her fans a look at her panty drawer on Instagram. In light of my panty discrepancy yesterday, I decided to give you guys an inside look on my panty drawer 6. She said, "Young Latto, I'm gonna give you some advice, some fatherly advice. But I know you're in the public eye and your image is everything, especially for a 24-year-old female who dresses, raps, or what have you a certain way and trying to impress a certain demographic of people. Things like this, you don't involve yourself in this. You don't go back and forth with miserable, ignorant people. You just don't. You just leave that alone. You don't go to their level. There's no need to. It's like you shouldn't even comment. I mean, at all, because you're lowering yourself to their level. thing about miserable people, or people who are mad or who are hurt and who try to take their frustrations out on other people, they want to reply. They put that tweet up. They may not even believe it was an issue with your underwear, but they put that tweet up for a response. And once they got you to respond, they knew that all your fans are going to respond. Now everybody know who this person is. So now they can go and hope maybe build their page up. Because again, they got 10,000 miserable likes off of their post, which means they may have grown their channel. They didn't say who it is. I don't know. I don't got Twitter like that. So their channel may have grown, gained a lot of followers off of your underwear. And again, it's like, so they got the response that they wanted because you responded. That's something I tell my daughters about just people in general. If people that work for me. If people do stuff to get on your nerves, if you reacted, then that means they did what they set out to do. If you don't react, they'll try something else. They may try something else, but eventually it's going to catch up to them and it's going to hurt them before it hurts you. But if you react, now you don't feel to the level, right? So yeah, young Latto should have never even commented on this. They say she initially flashed the camera at her makeup-free face while wearing a black bonnet over her hair before turning the camera down to her underwear. That's another thing. Why do women wear so much makeup? Do y'all not know that this makeup and this over excessive amount of wearing makeup, this is a plot? And y'all, I don't want y'all to understand. I don't want y'all to hear me out. This is my conspiracy theory. This wearing that much makeup was a plot for those who are part of the LMNOP community, right? Because women used to wear very little makeup, right? Still look beautiful. The only people who wore so much makeup, a half a pound of makeup back in the day, were guys who dressed like women, because they want their face to look like women when they go out there and do their drag shows, drag burlesque shows or whatever. They will wear a lot of makeup to look like women. So somehow that transferred over to women wearing a lot of makeup to contour their face, their look, to make it look more slim, because for some reason a slimmer face is the most beautiful face, blah, blah. So now, since a lot of girls, young ladies, older ladies who help women, period, all wear a lot of money, but women wearing a lot of makeup. Everybody's face starting to look the same. You're dressing the same. Everybody wearing yoga pants. Everybody got weaves, wigs, whatever. Now y'all look just like the drag queen. So now it's to the point where a lot of dudes can't tell a difference. And these LMNOP people are trying to replace you. First, they were your friends, old girlfriend, talking just like you. They wasn't trying to be your friend. They was mimicking you, studying you, learning your styles, everything that you do to become a woman so they can eventually replace you. So what's my point? Miss Latto, whatever the case may be, makeup less face, whatever, you should keep it like that, with no makeup or very little makeup. And I implore that to all young ladies. Try to look as natural as possible, man, so men can distinguish between. So we don't want no men out here dating these dudes, and then in the LMNOP communities, when their people get deleted or be missing, and the first thing they want to holler is, "Oh my gosh, he was," it happened because. Well, you find out that it happened because they didn't tell that guy that they were a guy themselves, and then but by the time they find out, all kind of sexual activity has taken place. And so what do you expect the dude to do? So women, play your part. Wear minimum makeup as possible. I mean, you are a woman. People can tell you're beautiful as it already is. A little accent here and there ain't gonna hurt. It's kind of like wearing perfume or cologne. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep your body clean, put on just a little bit and we'll be all right. All right, so let's say she revealed that the panties weren't luxury goods, but were instead affordable items she got from Target. Now, when that came out, I wish I would have seen it because I would have bought some stock in Target or whoever supplies Target with underwear, because now you know her fans are going to go to Target and buy us some drawers. Target just got free promotion, just like that. It ain't said a word. Won't be surprised if next week we see a commercial, a Target commercial with latto on there. I don't know if she's going to be advertising underwear, but yeah. She also revealed that she had at least 5 pairs of the leopard print panties, with at least one still bearing the original tag, suggesting that she may not have even worn the same pair on the 2 photos posted on Twitter. She also grabbed a pair of Alexander Wang underwear to show that she had some higher end items to switch between. See, Alexander Wang. I'm sure somebody gonna go on that website and try to buy some of those. Latto added that she had a separate drawer for other items, including her Savage Fenty lingerie, which elicited a quick shout out for Rihanna. She added at the end of her extended clip that she planned to wear a pair today. Now, let's get to the bulk of the story. On Monday, the rapper made good on her promise and listed a pair of panties for a starting bid of 99 cents. So that right there dispels and destroys the whole conversation that these red pill dudes, when they're trying to talk bad about her, talking about she did it for clout or for money or broke, she put them on eBay for 99 cents as a joke, saying, live, it's what she said, auction live on eBay says I can't wear them twice. Crying smiley face emoji, she wrote. It was a joke. The auction was set to last only 3 days, but a bidding war erupted, and the top bid was a stunning $95,650 before even 2 full days had passed. The auction was canceled after gaining attention online as eBay rules forbid selling used underwear. So that didn't stop Latto from joking about the astronomical price that one fan almost paid for her panties, though. She capped off the saga by reposting a meme featuring an old-time illustration of the father wearing a suit while his daughter sat in his lap and his son played at his feet. Dad, why doesn't mama live with us anymore? The girl asked the drawing. Quote, because I spent $95,650 buying Latto's panties. Legend, added the little boy. So, like I said, the moral of the story is, one, we got a lot of miserable people. We got to do better by our kids, because y'all teaching them to be simps, miserable people who don't like people because they don't get out and see people. Remember this commercial, some kind of car commercial where this girl was talking about all the friends she had online. She said, I got like 50 million, 11 friends. I forgot how many she said. I got all these friends that, that I communicate with, on Facebook or whatever it's called. What the commercial said. But her parents, she said, my parents are out doing this and the third on date night. But you want to do that when I got 4,500 friends I can talk to at one time on the internet. But the parents are out on date night, dancing, enjoying each other's company. Hell, even one clip they out there kayaking in the mountains, enjoying, having fun. But you in your house being miserable because you're not going nowhere because you are socially awkward, but think you're doing something online. 2, I did this story because this is not a big deal. This is nothing. People are upset. People say that was nasty and, because she put that online or what have you. But again, it was a joke. It was a joke. People take things too seriously. Like I said, I didn't want to do a story about this because it was, I knew it just didn't add up. And even if it did, who cares? Man, there are too many things in this world that we need to concern ourselves with, that we need to try to change. Like, one, yes, the rap culture. Try to get it back to when girls rap. They weren't trying to rap with a deep voice, like a lot of these females are. You know, rapping like young ladies. Get away from all the derogatory rap that the girls and the guys are doing. You know, promote more the positive, pro-black. You want to say what's going on in the hood, so just keep it like that. You know, shout out to Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? His music evolved. Even Jay-Z music has evolved, although I'm not, you know, it is what it is. But let's just, you know, like I said, we got to make changes to make the world better, y'all. Like I say, this story here was not that serious. It shouldn't even, like I said, people shouldn't be up in arms about this. It was a joke. And yeah, you got people out there who spend that kind of money. They got that money. They got disposable income. And they got that kind of money. They're willing to spend that much money on the Prairie Underworld. I ain't mad. And then another thing is, why are we so upset? I have seen stories of women selling bath water, toenail clippings, selling used underwear before too. Whatever. And they made good money off of this stuff. And like I say, I'm not promoting it, but what I'm saying is, why is this such an issue right now? It shouldn't even, like I said, it should just be something just laughed off and pushed to the side. But the problem is, again, people gonna take a story, and when you're trying to form a narrative, they're gonna leave out little bits and pieces here, little bits and pieces there. And that's why, again, I made this video, because look, tell the whole story. Don't sit there and try to sway people to your thought, to your way of thinking. Because then I sort of think, well, maybe these dudes did get hurt by their mama. You know, when people say, they ask the question like, who hurt you? Shoot, maybe somebody did hurt these guys. Because I don't get it. I mean, shoot, I've been hurt in relationships. Oh yeah, since junior high, high school, adult. Oh yeah. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't hate women. I sure don't hate black women. The youngsters, I don't hate them. I just want to teach them to do, you know what I'm saying, to think, you know, a little better about themselves, you know, more positive about themselves. I don't hate nobody like that, especially not women. Love women. But anyway, let me get out of here. That's all I got for this story. Tell me what you think. Leave your comments below and then share it with the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.